First question, is he rich? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Apparently Blunt, and on this channel we talk about all types of stuff, okay? On this channel I do vlogs, I talk about pregnancy advice, I talk about dating advice, I talk about relationship advice, I talk about career advice. I just do it all on this channel. This is a lifestyle channel, so if that's something that you like, don't forget to subscribe in the subscribe button below, and also like my videos so that the YouTube algorithm can really be my homegirl and put my videos at the top of the homepage on YouTube. So this video today, we are going to be talking about questions that you need to be asking before marriage. In this video, I have broken down different sections as far as lifestyle, as far as parenting styles, talking about communication. So I've pretty much narrowed everything down, and I put all the different questions in their own categories. So just to keep it a little bit organized for you guys, I don't know if you're taking notes. You should be, you really should be. If you want to take notes, I just want to keep it a little organized for y'all so that you don't be all over the place. So the first category that we're going to be talking about is just some warm-up questions. You know, like when you first meet a guy or if you first meet a woman and you're just like, I don't really want to be too forward. I'm not trying to be like, hey, how many kids you want on the first date? But I just want to ask them like some warm-up questions and see where they head at, right? So these are the questions for you. Also too, I guess I should mention, I am married. I definitely asked my husband all of these questions before we got married, plus probably 1,000 more. So it's worked so far. So one of the first questions that you need to be asking on your warm-up questions on a date, hobbies, okay? Do they like to read? Do they like to write? Do they like to play music? Do they like to hopscotch? Do they like to go to the playground? That's something that you need to know. So having the same hobbies is good, but if you do have different hobbies, that's also fine too. But just understand that some people, they really want you to have the same hobbies as them, and if you don't, or if you're not interested in any of their hobbies, it's kind of a turn off for them. So really understand and see like, hey, is this person an outdoorsy person? Or are they indoor type of person? What hobbies they like? That's very important. Next warm-up question that you need to be talking about is occupation. How is you getting your money? Are you broke or what? Like, what are we talking about? Occupation is very important in a lot of different things. I'm not gonna go into detail right now because I do have a career category that I'm going to be talking about with you guys, and it's going to have a list of questions based off your occupation. Another warm-up question, do they like animals? Are they an animal person? I don't really like animals, to be honest. If I had to get an animal, it'll probably be a cat. And a lot of people don't like cats. My husband hates cats, okay? I'm not a dog lover like that. I'm actually really highly allergic to 98.9% of dogs. Do you not like dogs because you're allergic to them, or you just don't like it? Another thing you can talk about is social media. Are they a social media person? Do they like to post? Do they not like to post? Unfortunately, we are in 2021 and a half, actually 0.9. So it's about to be 2022 and what, like tomorrow, basically. And you need to understand that people are social media freaks, okay? They love to post on social media. You have those people who are social media influencers. That's another thing you kind of have to ask nowadays. Because if you're a social media influencer, right? This person, that's their main source of income. All they want to do is take pictures, talk about brands, trying to look a certain way, trying to get the best pictures for brand offers, and you don't even like to take pictures. Why are you with them? No. Is it gonna work? Do they want you in these pictures? Are they the type of people that want all the cute couple pictures and you all have to match all the time? Like, there are people like this. So you need to decide that off jump if this person is a social media person or are they not. Some other warm-up questions is that you can talk about TV shows. What do you like? What do you not like? Based off of what people like to watch on TV, that has a lot to do with their personality. So just a little tip for you guys. I mean, if a lot of people like watching a lot of crazy reality TV shows and different things like that, I'm not gonna say that you're a bad person, but I mean, they may like drama, which may bring drama in your marriage. I'm just saying, may or may not, don't quote me. Listen, it is what it is. Next, what type of food do they like? Are they vegan? Are they vegetarian? Do they like soul food? Or do they like Mexican food? Tacos? Does it gotta be tacos every single Tuesday? This is also a really great warm-up question. Why not? I know, for example, vegans are very serious about being vegans. If you're not vegan, it's kind of a turnoff if you're not, for the most part, right? I mean, I'm just saying, if I have to cook for them and I'm their wife, I'm vegan, I don't wanna be touching raw meat. So that's something that you can talk about as well. Some people may think it's a little minor. I think it's very important. Next is, are they spiritual? Do they believe in God? What's going on? Do they not believe in God? Do they believe in a spiritual voice? What's going on? You know, it's a lot of controversy when it comes to talking about spirituality. I also have another category strictly for spiritual questions. And some people may think that this is probably a little too intense for your warm-up questions. But to be honest, in my opinion, it's not for me in my own personal life, because I remember that I was dating somebody and they didn't believe in God, and that I'm not into that at all. Like, if you don't believe in God, we're not going to really make it very far. And hey, it is what it is. So this is also a very good warm-up question, because for me, I just feel like if you're not really that spiritual, it's kind of a turn off for me. I don't really like it. That does not make me judgy, okay? So if you're on my video, don't be in my comments talking about, I hate people that don't believe in God. Stop doing that, okay? Just stop doing that. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? I'm just saying that for me, I like men who like God. Little Jesus and hood ain't never hurt nobody. This is another question that you can talk about. Some people may think it's a little bit intrusive. I don't, because it's very important. Are you a virgin? What's going on down there? Are you celibate? What's up with that? Because my thing is, if you're a virgin and you're dating, let's just say a guy or a woman, whatever, who isn't a virgin, they're not trying to practice celibacy or nothing like that, why are you talking to him? You ain't busting nothing, okay? And you talk to this man that's expecting sex from you every single week. I mean, at some point, why you ain't talking about it? Like, why is y'all not talking about this? Next, you need to also talk about your career goals. Now, I do also still have an entire category about careers, aspirations, stuff like that. So I'm not gonna go into detail, but this is still just a warm-up question like, hey, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? Like, what are your career goals? Stuff like that. That's very important. The last question in this warm-up question list that I have, which I'm telling you guys, this is still not the last question. These are not all the questions that you need to be asking. You need to be asking a lot more, but hey, this is just a little example for you guys, a little small, little quick template so that you guys can use. But the last question that we're gonna be talking about is what motivates you. You need to find out what is motivating people. There are a lot of people who are not motivated at all. If that's not your thesis or sir, move to the next person. Okay, you guys, so we are finally out of that category. The next category that we're gonna be talking about today is your personal value category. Personal values are things that you just value, you know? These are things that are really important to you. Everyone should have values. That's the first thing, okay? So if you are dating someone and you're talking about marriage and you're asking them, hey, what do you value? And they don't have an answer for you, end it. Please, just end it, okay? So here are some examples of your personal value questions that you can ask. So, what is their religion? Are you Jewish? Are you Christian? Are you Buddhist? Do you not believe in God? These are things that you need to talk about, you guys. Christians and Jews are gonna have two totally different values. They're gonna have two totally different views, especially if you're talking about having kids. A Christian's value and a Jew's value is gonna be two totally different things. So this is very important and vital for you to talk about with your future partner, with your future spouse. This is important. Also, okay, if this person is religious, right? Are they really religious? You know how people say that. Are they really religious that it's kind of like, oh my gosh, that's against my religion, so I cannot do that? Or do they kind of bend corners, you know? Now, you can ask somebody this very directly, but you can also just kind of see in their actions, right? Their daily actions, kind of check the vibe, like, okay, this person said that they are Christian, but they get drunk every weekend. I mean, honestly, where does it align? Is their religion getting in the way or have a major effect on their life decisions? And also with the religion, do they expect you to have that same religion? For example, but you're not a Jew though. You're not a Jew, but your man is Jew. And your man expecting you to wear certain type of things. Your man expecting you to wear all this kind of stuff. He expecting you to be at them events though. But you don't mess around and marry that Jew and you ain't ask this question. Like, why you ain't ask this question? What you thought, sis? What did you really think? I'm just trying to understand. Next thing, do they believe in politics? Are they political? I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're supporting Trump, we are just not compatible. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? Another thing when it comes to talking about personal values and talking about what does your future partner value, okay? Who does your partner value? Do they value their mom, their dad, both? Maybe not. Do they value football? Do they value hot wings? Do they value strip clubs? I mean, we can really just take this all the way far, okay? So just ask them just a general question. Hey, what do you value? Next, let's talk about volunteering. A lot of people don't talk about volunteering because, let's just be honest, a lot of people don't volunteer. I personally enjoy volunteering. Now, I'm not gonna be tripping if my husband does not like volunteering like me, but some people will. You know, some people are those volunteer people that you need to like this because this is very important in my life. And if you don't like this, I'm out. Next category we're gonna be talking about is family planning. So the first and the main, one of the main things that you need to be asking your future spouse: do you want children? How many? When? Family planning can be very, very, very extensive when it comes to talking about this subject, or it can be very small. I mean, if you don't even want kids right now, then, I mean, this section, this subcategory, look, I'll make it short. I'll make about 45 seconds long. I'm really lying. How does the person want to raise their children? Is your partner flexible about raising their children? Have those people to where they were raised a certain way and that's just the only way. They're not flexible. You may have somebody who received whoopings growing up, right? But they believe that that is the best part of discipline when it comes to raising kids. So you don't mess around and marry somebody that thinks that that's abuse. You know what I mean? So it's like, why y'all ain't talk about that? Like, why didn't you have that conversation before? That's very, very important. Let's talk about child activities. Is football an option? Is basketball an option? Do you want your child to be a volleyball player, or are the shorts too short? I mean, come on. Why do people not talk about family planning? You go into a marriage and you don't want to have kids until 5 years. Why you marry somebody that want kids in 6 months? I mean, it just really doesn't make sense. So let's talk about family more. Family is very important. But if you can just ask a few questions before you marry somebody and make your life a little bit more easier, don't you think that's a little smart? If your wife or if your future spouse is having problems with conceiving, are you open to adoption? Are you open to surrogacy? If you're open to surrogacy, I hope you got at least $40,000. So don't be trying to be marrying people who don't want to pay for surrogacy if that's something that you dream of, if you want to have a baby so bad and you just can't. But you may need to marry somebody with some money if you want surrogacy. Also, how do you think that your partner is going to react to you having difficulty conceiving? Are they going to be mad? Are they going to blame you? Are they going to resent you? Or are they going to be very supportive and very welcoming? Let's just backtrack really quick for about 10 seconds and let's backtrack to the beginner questions that we were talking about, the very first category. Please take the love language quiz. You can Google it. That is very important. That is the number one thing that I genuinely miss, okay? Do not go into a marriage and you do not know your partner's love language. Love languages could be touch, it could be acts of service, quality time, gifts, words of affirmation. There are 5 different love languages. This is very, very important. I can go ahead and tell you mine. My number 1 is quality time. I need to go out on dates. I have to dress up. I need to do what I need to do and step out. Like, I have to. That's just me. I love quality time. I love going out places. Please take me out on a date. Please do something. Please just do something. And my second one is words of affirmation. Please tell me you love me because I cannot if you don't, okay? Tell me all this stuff. Please tell me how I mean the world to you. Please tell me how you just love the way I look and all this stuff. Like, tell me that. I like that, okay? And it just so happens that my husband's love languages are the exact same as mine. We had the exact same score. Not telling you guys that that does not mean that your relationship is gonna be perfect, but sis, it's gonna kind of help. If you have a husband and his love language is touch, and your love language, your number 1 love language is gifts, I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna say you're not compatible, but y'all gonna need some work, okay? I'm just gonna let you know that now because you may be giving that person so many gifts and all they want you to do is to hold them, is to hug them, right? So that's all I'm saying is please take the love language test. So back to our family planning category. You guys need to make sure that you are discussing childhood. Of course, you do have the option to say, hey, their background was a little risky. It could or could not spill into their own lives, their own behaviors, and I don't want to deal with that. Now that's your choice. Don't ever let nobody try to manipulate you into trying to marry somebody and you already are uncomfortable because of some past behaviors in their family and you think that it may come up. That is personally your choice. You can decide if you want to deal with that person or if you don't. But the bottom line is, regardless, please discuss childhoods. Does this person have a good relationship with their father, their mother, their siblings? And if they have a relationship with these people, Is it a good one or is it a bad one? Is it toxic? Do they isolate themselves from you? If you guys have a child, is the child going to be able to meet their grandparents? These are all questions that are very important. What about your childhood would you change? This is a great question for you to know. You really need to know, hey, do they want to change this? Do they not? Because the answer to this question will help you to decide how flexible this person is, you know? Next, let's talk about parenting style. Do they want to whoop the kids? Do they not? Do they believe in timeouts? Do they not? Do they believe in curfews? Like, what's going on? Hey, okay, if your daughter messed around and snuck around and got a tattoo at 16, how are you gonna handle that situation? If your son messed around at 15 and got a girl pregnant, how are you gonna handle that? Like, y'all need to be throwing ideas at each other. Like, throw examples. What's going on? Let me tell you, when my husband and I, before we got married, we talked about every single thing. We would just be throwing different examples at each other. And we're like, okay, catch this one. What you gonna do about that? Okay, catch this one. What you gonna do about that? What if your daughter like that? What's going on? What if your daughter talking about she wanna be a stripper at 16? What you gonna do about that? What if your son trying to be gangbangers? Like, what are we doing? You need to know how your husband or how your wife is gonna react in these situations. Is your partner, are they a family person? Or are they introverted? Are they extroverted? They like to kind of isolate themselves from their family. And if they do, that's a red flag. Do I need to put another video up here talking about red flags? Why you don't wanna be around your family? Why? What are they doing to you? Are your family bullies? Are they toxic? Why your mama be acting like that? What's wrong with your dad? What's going on? Y'all better be asking these questions. If you are a woman, you need to ask your future spouse, when I get pregnant, when we start having kids, do you want me to be a stay-at-home mom? Are you comfortable with that? Or are you not? Are you gonna force me to work? Which shouldn't nobody be forcing nobody to do nothing, but y'all do what y'all want in your own marriages now. But anyway, can I be a stay-at-home mom? Do you make enough money for me to be a stay-at-home mom? Okay, and I can still get my nails done, my toes done, my lashes done, my brows done. I got bills over here. Can you afford it? Can you afford it? Okay, that's important. Okay, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, do not go and marry somebody that want a 2-income household. It's never going to work. Okay, so that's very important. Ask it. Okay, so the last thing in this category is rules. What are some house rules? You want your husband come in at home at 3 a.m. or what? That's what you like? Why? You have a problem with your wife wearing what she be wearing? I mean, come on. You ain't had no problem when she was on Instagram doing that before, but now you're trying to change her when you marry her. Oh, okay. Next category we're gonna be talking about is your career, their career. How does this affect you? What's going on? Let's talk about it. Where do you see yourself career-wise in 5 to 10 years? Is this person a workaholic? If they are a workaholic, how does that affect you? How does that affect when you're gonna have kids one day? Is this person all about money, to where they're trying to make a coin, but you can't go to your child's soccer game? Like, what's up with that? In my own opinion, you know, when it comes to workaholic, like, this is a very touchy subject for me, and it's very relatable to me because I used to be a major workaholic. I am about my money. This is coming from someone who worked really, really hard to make $85,000 a year with my own IT job. And I feel like I always wanted to date somebody rich, right? Now, rich could be 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures. It could be whatever you want to, right? When I was younger, yes, I said I always wanted to marry a doctor or whatever. I always wanted to marry a guy that had a lot of money. Now, here's a little disclaimer for you, okay? I just told you guys how much I made in my IT job, right? Just understand this. You can't be a gold digger, okay, if you also make money too, okay? So that's just a little snippet, because I think now in the age of 2021, women, we're out here grinding, we're out here being entrepreneurs, and we out here getting to the bag, okay? So there is no more of the 1964-ish old mindset about the man is the only one that makes a lot of money. Oh, the woman, all she needs to do is just stay home and cook, clean, and etc. No, now women are making a lot of money, and I feel as if you make the money, you have the audacity to expect your future spouse to make that money. But let me just tell you something though. If, for example, if you are that career woman like how I was, still am, I have my own business right now, you have to understand there cannot be 2 workaholics in one household, okay? If you're talking about having kids, if you're talking about having multiple kids, you both cannot be workaholics. somebody needs to be there for the child, and it needs to be the parent, okay, that's helping to raise the child. You want to be present to your child. I mean, my goodness, I would just be completely heartbroken if I missed my daughter's first cheerleading game. I mean, why? Because I want to go to work and because I like money? No, it can never be me. So these are questions that you need to have. Understand, okay? When I was making pretty much 6 figures as well when it comes to bonuses, when I was making 6 figures at the IT job, understand I was traveling 80% of my job back and forth, okay? I no longer have that job anymore because guess what? Now I'm pregnant. Yeah, I'm pregnant. And I told myself, money does not mean more than me raising my child. I aspire to be and will be the best mom on this planet Earth. Do you hear me? I'm not going to say that I want to make $100,000 just to say I make $100,000 and for what? No, I want to say, I want my child to say, hey, my mom provided for me as much as I can, and so is my father. And I got to have everything I wanted. I got to travel and everything else. But my mom and my dad was present in my life. It wasn't just about, hey, get this Gucci bag and just fling on. And I'm not even asking you how your day was at school. Just think about it. So just understand, when you talk about careers, when you talk about your future goals, when you talk about money and you talk about finances, that's very important. Talk about finances. Is this person in debt? Is this person not in debt? If you're in debt, how much? Just know, when you talk about someone that makes a lot of money, that requires a lot of time, okay? It may or may not. It depends on what it is. For me, example, in my entrepreneur job, yes, I have the ability to make even more than my IT job, but guess what? I can work less. I can work 2 weeks out the year and make the same amount of money that I was making. I can literally only work 2 weeks out the month, right? Only 14 days, not even a full 30 days, and make the same, actually way more than I was making at my IT job a month. Guess why I started my own business, you guys? It's because I want to have like 3 kids one day. You know, I want to have kids. I want to be there and present for my kids. Money is not everything, okay? So when you talk about you want to date a guy, you want to date a woman, really, it's really the other way around. It's really, I want to date a guy with a lot of money. Just know he may not be as present. And does that affect you? I know some women, it don't affect them. Like, sis, as long as you can give me a Chanel bag, I really don't even need you at home. Talk about your career goals with each other. See if if your spouse or your future partner wants to start their own business, is your partner going to be supportive of that? Or are they going to be hating? Or are they just going to say, no, kind of disencourage you and say, no, I don't really think you can do it, or no, let's just wait. You don't want that person like that, because a true entrepreneur mindset, they are about their business and they want it now, okay? It's no room to be like, I don't know if I can do this, or what do you think? No. You need to have a supportive partner. Next thing we're going to be talking about is lifestyle preferences. Does your partner want to own a house, or do they want to be in an apartment the rest of their lives? Do they want to own and have investment properties? I know for me, it was very important for me to date a guy or to marry a guy that was very interested in investment properties. I want to own multiple homes, and I want that to be a residual source of income for me. I don't want to date a guy that thinks that, oh, you're doing too much, or oh, that's too much, or oh, that's too hard. I don't need to date a guy that has that mindset. That's not me. I'm about my money, and I want to get some houses so I can sit back, rent them out, get some renovations going on, and get some more money up in here for less work. What kind of lifestyle do they want? Are they a kind of luxury type of gal, or are they kind of more basic? Is he okay? Is he okay with just the bare minimum? There are a lot of people who have very minimalistic lifestyles, and there's nothing wrong with that. There are some people who like luxury in every single particle of their life, okay? Is this person a partier? Does this person like to get drunk? Does this person like to smoke? Does this person in their lifestyle like to do drugs? I mean, honestly, you just never know. Are they weekend people? Are they not? Do they like to just stay at home on the weekends? Are they just kind of boring and they're just like, blah, whatever, you know, I done been to work Monday through Friday, so Saturday and Sunday I just want to chill. Me personally, I can't deal with that, okay? On the weekends, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to jet. I'm not trying to be in here. I'm trying to go to an art museum. I'm trying to go to a paint and sip. I'm trying to do something, okay? I'm trying to go out of town. I'm trying to have a 2-day little getaway. Me staying at home on the weekends is just not fun for me. I'm a very adventurous type of person. So if you are a homebody, it's probably not in your best interest to marry somebody like me, because first of all, we ain't gonna last. And then second of all, I don't like what you be doing. Like, you don't be doing nothing. Like, do something. Next, is this person a spender or are they a saver? Now, both of them can be bad, okay? You can have a saver to where it's kind of like, hey babe, let's go out to eat, or hey, let's go on this 2-day getaway. And they're like, what? $500 for an all-exclusive trip to Dominican Republic, that is way too expensive. I mean, like, girl, I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, really, if you spending $500 to go to DR and it is all-inclusive, you probably gonna be staying in the ghetto anyways, but that's just me. Like, I'm the type of chick, for my birthdays in December, I'm a Sagittarius, and my birthdays, I like to do it up, okay? My entire adult life, when it comes to spending my birthday, I don't have a budget on my birthday. There's never been a budget on my birthday. So usually around my birthday, I'm spending about $1,200 to $1,500. I'm going on a trip, I'm doing whatever I wanna do, and that's just me. So me not having a budget on my birthday, I probably shouldn't marry someone that's cheap and only wants to take me to McDonald's for a birthday gift. I mean, honestly, it's just not gonna add up. Next question, does this person like exercise? Do you have to always force him to go to the gym? How annoying. I am a gym rat, okay? I love going to the gym. I love exercising. I'm a very outdoorsy person. I love hiking. Why? Why did you forget to ask this question before you married somebody? Now you're dragging this person to the gym, and every single time they go to the gym, they got an attitude, okay? Like, what's your problem? So please ask them, is that your lifestyle preference to not go to the gym or to go to the gym? Next, what are their cleaning styles? Is this person OCD? Are they not? Do they like organization, and to what extent? This can be very annoying when you talk about you're trying to marry somebody, now you live with them, and it's like every little thing they're picking at you, okay? You can't leave dishes in the sink overnight. That just really just blows their head off. You have to clean the bathroom 3 times a week. I mean, these are questions like, what are your cleaning styles? What's going on? Is this person super junky? Is their car dirty? And that really pisses you off because you're trying to use their car for something, and now you can't even find your foot because of all the McDonald's bags on the floor. I mean, honestly, just talk about it. So the next thing that we're gonna be talking about is sex. Yes, S-E-X, okay? This category is very, very important. Even if you guys are waiting to marriage to have intercourse, it doesn't matter. These are questions that you need to know, and I'm gonna be honest, you need to be asking them before you get married, okay? Because when you get married, it's just too late. First question you need to ask is, how often do you want to have intercourse? Are you trying to do it once or twice a week? Is that okay for you? You got some people that's like, hey, every day, put it on me. Like, seriously, like, stop playing with me. Next thing, what type of intercourse or lifestyle do they like? Threesomes, foursomes, are they swingers? I'm not gonna discuss this with y'all because I don't even know if I can be saying this on YouTube like that. So if they flag my video, we're gonna cut this portion short. But I mean, honestly, you guys, we're all grown here, and listen, I'm not scared of nothing. Obviously, my name is Apparently Blunt, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and act like you don't do what you do when you get married. Like, let's stop being childish about it, so let's talk about it. Does this person like to dominate? Does this person like to use toys? Does this person like to make you actually hurt? Like, does this person like to give you bruises when y'all have intercourse? Like, some people are into that kind of stuff, and you need to talk about that because my goodness gracious, if you wait until you get married and your husband like dominant type of stuff, he like to make you hurt, girl, I don't know. I don't like to hurt. Don't bruise me. I'm not with that. Don't do that. This is not no 50 Shades of Grey type of thing. I'm not with that, okay? Talk about your likes. Talk about your dislikes. Talk about things that really turn you off. Talk about smells. Talk about it all, child. Listen, talk about it all, okay? I'm trying to help y'all. I don't know if I can say the word, so I'm just gonna spell it out. P-O-R-N. Again. P-O-R-N. Okay? Y'all know what that is. Now listen, okay? I need to be enough, okay? You don't need that, okay? I'm gonna try to do what I can do, okay? But that's just me, okay? You need to talk about that because you have some people that are truly addicted to that. And also that can be a bill. Like, what's going on? I'm looking at my bill, $60 a month on that. Like, what? Talk about it. Okay, you guys, if you are down to this video, you was the real MVP for supporting your girl. I love y'all so much. This is the next category, and this is the last category. This category, actually, I should have probably talked about this category as one of the first things. We need to talk about communication. What are your communication styles? How does this person like to communicate? How do they communicate when they're angry, when they're sad, when they're happy, when they're frustrated? What are their actions like? When this person is mad at you, do they act distant or are they very vocal about it? Hey, like, look, you really made me upset yesterday. Like, let's talk about it. Like, why are you acting like that? Or do they stop talking to you for 5 days? Is this person going through your phone? Let's talk about insecurities. What's your insecurities? I got insecurities. We all have insecurities, but Having insecurities is not the bad thing. The bad thing is when your insecurities affect your marriage negatively. First of all, I don't go through phones. I truly believe, like, listen, if you cheat on me, baby, it's gonna come out. And I hope you ain't cheat on me because I'm gonna take you for everything you got. You gonna wish that you never did that, okay? But that's just me, okay? But other people, I really feel like y'all need to stop going through people's phones. Like, it's insecure, like, for real, like, stop doing that. Like, if the person is doing something to you, you need to really trust in God that God is gonna show you, okay? You need to make sure and understand, is this person open with communication? Or are they closed-minded? Like, are they open to you telling them that you hurt my feelings? Or are they gonna say, oh, it's not that big of a deal? You know? Are they brushing off your feelings? Does this person hold secrets? Why y'all holding secrets? What's going on? Therapy, okay? Does this person believe in therapy? Me personally, I'm not dating you or marrying you if you don't believe in therapy, because why not? I just don't understand. What, are you perfect or what? You need to be open to conversation, open to communication. Communicate when something is wrong with you. Stop hiding stuff, stop going through people's phones, stop fighting over everybody, stop punching walls, stop punching each other. If that's what you're doing, I don't know where y'all be doing that at, but you need to stop doing that, okay? All that stuff, what you mad about, baby? You need to go to therapy. What happened in your childhood? Why you keep punching these walls? Like, what's up with you? Also, does this person have issues with apologizing? Why you can't never say I'm sorry? Like, again, like, what is over that, okay? So with the communication styles, you guys can actually take tons and tons and tons of quizzes and tests on Google to try to figure out what is somebody's communication style, how compatible you are with relationships. All I'm gonna say is, you guys, all of these things are very important. I just gave you a few questions. Honestly, I gave you guys about 50 questions, but it's a lot more than 50 questions, and you really need to pay attention to who you're marrying, and you need to take your time when you're trying to marry somebody. Like, this is a big deal. I know it's 2021, people are not really taking marriage seriously nowadays, but I'm trying to make this video because marriage is serious. Take your marriage seriously. Really try to figure out these things and these categories that I told you guys and take it seriously. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I hope this video helped you. Please send it to everybody that you know because we all need it, okay? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I'm gonna talk to you later.